And so it starts. This is the Friday setup for the Phoenix game. So this is you're watching the Inside Madness, and it's always crazy doing these setups. We have golf carts hauling our clan tents and such out to our sites. And there are only so many resources. You know, there are who knows how many, 10 golf carts and all of these clans, all these vendors. Everybody needs their stuff hauled, and these are small carts. They didn't get flatbeds. So if you look at how much material they're trying to move, it's going to take 10 trips. 3 trips for my clan tent. It's always madness. And it's even worse when we leave, because today we can arrive when we want, set up at our leisure. But on Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, we all want to leave at the same time. And again, limited resources. And they control the flow. They only allow such and such to exit at such and such time. It's a big deal. And yet we pay for the opportunity to be here. That's just life at the games. So I've now offloaded onto my site, which is just past these 2 white tents up here. And I will begin my setup. Take me about a couple of hours, and then fine-tuning tomorrow. Don't want to put up the big banners or anything today, because normally the winds kick up in the evening, and there's no reason to for tonight. I'm not going to be here for the opening party tonight. And here we go. All right, so I'm setting up. This is my space right here, my tent frame, and I'm setting up right next to Clan Hall. Good friends for, I don't know, many years, and we often set up our tents alongside each other. And it helps a lot, because we can lash our tent frames together against the winds. And if one of us needs to take off to go march in a parade or go to the bathroom or something like that, then we have the other to keep an eye on things. It's not easy to set these tents up alone, but I've done it for, God, 30 or 40 years or something like that. And fortunately, my size helps a lot. So I just keep on doing what I do, and then eventually I get there. Really have to stake it down.
This goes along that backlog.
And I'm getting the table set up, and I think I might take one table back home. The less stuff I have to get out of here on Sunday, the better. And I can put all my shirts and everything right here. The public is going to be right there. So that's and over here. In fact, yeah, change the orientation. I'll put the other table right here. And yeah, I can take one home. That'll be good. Now it's starting to take shape a little bit. I'm not going to unload, like I said, I'm not going to unload any of these boxes today. Give me something to do in the morning, because the games usually start out kind of slow. So I have an hour's work tomorrow. The tent is staked down. Have all these little stakes in the ground. That's not going to be enough. I'm going to have to put guy wires down, and I'll start to put the sides up so that I can take off, go home, and get ready for the weekend. It's going to be a busy one. All right, so I'm in good enough shape now that I can take a little break and show you around camp a little bit here. Not that I'm camping. So that's Celtic Jackalope. They are a vendor of shirts, mostly t-shirts, sweatshirts, and a lot of the clans buy their shirts from them to sell at their tents. Next to me, we have what is that? Scottish American Military Society, probably. This is Clan Buchanan. I think they're the honored clan this year because their chief is here, and so there'll be a big ceremony for their chief. And then over here is where tonight's Kaylee will be, the big party concert, pipes and drums and singing and all kinds of carrying on. Yeah, I know, that was Irish. It's real pretty under this thing, if I can get my phone to cooperate. It's real pretty. It lights up blue under there, and with the lake in the background, beautiful as can be. It's going to be a nice big party. That's the food court over there, and that's my friend Dennis with Clan Inebriated. Clan Inebriated is fun. He actually went to Scotland and got approved as a legitimate clan. And you can join Clan Inebriated. It involves grog and a private screening in the back tent room there. But I give Dennis this. People come to these things and they don't belong to a clan. They don't know what their clan might be because their last name is who knows what. And you buy a Clan Inebriated t-shirt and you feel like you belong. You come back next year and maybe you do some research and you find out what clan you do belong to, and you get a kilt, and you know, it grows and grows. Dennis has actually been responsible for getting a lot of people into the games that otherwise would not have gotten into the games. Now, he does have detractors because they think he's making a mockery of it. You know, each to their own. So, we're doing pretty good. I'm right across from Clan Campbell's, and of course there's always, well, we don't talk about Campbell's. That goes back hundreds of years. So everyone's setting up. A lot of people get a double wide or even a 4 wide. So for instance, the Buchanan here, they have 4 spaces, and they'll sell a lot of shirts and welcome a lot of people. And they'll have their own parties and celebrations and everything. We have to be very careful about alcohol because the government's all over these things with people having alcohol in their tents. All right, I am basically set up now, first morning of the Phoenix Games, and as I had stated earlier, right next to Clan Hall, Dave and Pam. So that banner, I had that banner made 25 years ago, maybe more than that. This banner I made about 5 years ago. And I have all of our required reading, reference materials so people can learn what they want, and of course shirts for sale. Morning. So we have them all. We have the sweatshirts, t-shirts, hoodies, v-necks for the ladies, and then materials inside. I have these custom mugs. I had a couple of hundred of those made up. My custom chair I had made up. All the posters, information, SEP names, etc. The Irish Wolfhounds are always popular. They don't handle the heat well at all, so they keep a lot of water handy for them. But they're very popular at these games. At all the games, we see a lot of wolfies, huge dogs, shaggy, but great dispositions. beginning of the opening ceremonies.
I haven't seen that lady in 10 years. Yeah. Okay, like I said, we're going to have the opening ceremonies. We'll have some dignitaries in here. We have a chief in town that has come all the way from Scotland to meet with his clan.
There's a Scottish Chihuahua.
Stand by. Stand by. Stand by.
And then we have the clans here, including me, lined up to step into line for our parade. And this is what it looks like from the stage.
Again, I have no doubts that many of you here are very well related to many of the names you see gathered here before you. So once again, you will find in your program all the names and the clan tent location of which you can go and pay a visit and find your own, as they say in Scotland, filial strands to Scotland. Now, if you please, without this part of the festivities completed, clan representatives, please return to the clan village. To why not a thunderous round of
Oh,
applause.
sure. Use us and abuse us. Well, the Wicked Tinkers are a crowd favorite for 20-something years, and that's them on stage. They're got loud percussion, didgeridoo, pipes, very loud percussion. But they also talk a lot.
Like a big leather overstuffed chair and a big light on your shoulder and all your favorite books.
Waiting.
It could be like an Irish pub
Waiting.
somewhere with you in a little snug with a pint of Guinness in front of you.
Waiting.
Whiskey line. It could be a forest lady.
Come on, Aaron.
A deer. A doe.
Play.
And her fawn, her speckled fawn, drinking from a pool as a beam of sunlight comes through the trees and lights her up. Whatever just makes you happy. Get in your happy place there, and then you have to imagine that we come stomping in and tear you out of your happy place, and now you're on a ship. You're on a ship. And you're not sure at first.
All right. Here's one of the larger, excuse me, it's morning. Here's one of the larger vendors. Pretty much anything you want to get yourself set up with your goodies. Look at all these sporrans, belts,
Good seeing you, man.
kilts, generic kilts,
I haven't started learning.
probably some used drinking horns, if that's your thing, notebooks, gear, lots of swords, everything you need to pillage a village. A quiet start to Sunday morning. People just reopening the tents. It wasn't too terribly windy last night, which is a wonderful thing. There was a lot of concern that we were going to have horrible winds, but there doesn't appear to have been any issues at all. So cool. Walking my way to the athletes field. They're doing weight over the bar right here. I think they're up to about 21 feet. Further down the field, they do the caber. Let's get down there. Another vendor with all kinds of goodies. I've noticed when the sun hits the protective lens, it gets kind of foggy. And they have a nice location, these vendors. They're right across from the athletics. This is where the big boys play. I used to be one of the big boys, but that was a long time ago. Actually, I'm still bigger than a lot of these guys. I don't know what time to start throwing. He's warming up with a Bremer stone over there. And there they are. Weapons are us. Always need purveyors of sharp, pointy objects. Always very popular. There's that milky thing again. I'm going to have to pull that protective cover off. What they'll do here is sheath toss. So those bars are set considerably higher than weight over the bar. That's a good 30 feet there. So you take a pitchfork and they have those sheaths there, straw, and they toss them over the bar. And it's freestyle. Any way you think you want to do it, that's the way you can do it. And then just past that, you'll see the cabers. Let's get a little zoom over there. There we go. All the cabers are racked, ready for throwing. And as we say, you toss the mass over appetite. So many generic kilts for sale. There's no excuse for, because a regular kilt like I'm wearing is $1,000. Handmade, 8 yards of material. But you pick up one of these things and you're in the game. Morning.
How's it going?
As I find my way back to my clan tent. I had a reasonable number of visitors yesterday, probably about 50 people. Maybe 30 of them are Frasers. So that's good. And I have lots of materials out. Books, shirts. Now my clan Fraser tent that I've been hosting for a very long time had that banner made 30 years ago. Wish I hadn't put the castle on the right there, but I did, and that was a mistake. But I have a newer banner that I made very recently, and it's much more sense. There's none of this all my hope is in God nonsense from a wannabe. Then I have a lot of literature. And of course the goodies for sale. T-shirts, ladies V-neck, 2 different styles, hoodies, regular sweats, all that stuff. And I have a few other items as well. And of course it's mandatory to have a poster like this. Everybody wants to see it. But over here what I do is a collage. So in the upper left, that's me and Simon, a chief. His grandfather on the upper right, me at Culloden. Simon, General Simon in his later years, me and Simon again singing somewhere. Tickets over here, me and Diana Gabaldon for some dinner. And Bill Millen right there, Bill Millen right there, Bill Millen right there. Me and Simon again, wine tasting in California. Bunch of goodies like that. A little explanation of goodies. Everybody knows this design by Michael McFarlane of Celtic Jackalope. I mean, all the clans have used these shirts for forever. So I wanted an alternative, so I designed these, had these made. This is the back, so it's quite large. This is the back, and this is the front. And then I also offer blue and green in the traditional. I do these chairs. This is an extra tall chair. Nice chair. A lot of features. Those are available, but they're quite expensive. I only sold just a few of those because they're just quite pricey. I mean, it's reasonable because they're a bear to make, and they last a long time, but they are expensive. Extra goodies include this wooden plaque. I do laser engraving, and so this is a solid plank of wood. And those go for $10. And these vinyl stickers, I think these are the last of them. I only have a few left. The company's out of business. These last forever. I've had them on my RV for years and years and years, and they're still very vibrant. Those are $8. And I have coasters, and I don't know what all. Oh, mugs. A couple of hundred coffee mugs that have Clan Fraser on them. It's the calling of the clans, which is also opening ceremonies on Sunday. This is unusual the way they do it at Phoenix. They don't line us up in alphabetical order. I've never seen that anywhere else. It's just random. And they don't call us out by clan. We just kind of march up and walk away. Typically, they call each. And they march off into the sunset.